Hey you folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4, and welcome to, well, we're just about to enter May of 1945. World War II definitely rages on. Things have gone mostly in our favor, although it's been a hard frickin' slog here. Iberia is still going to be a bit of a challenge in between episodes here. I went ahead and just tried to see if we might be able to poke through here and get a little bit of an encirclement. It might actually be possible. We'll see how it goes. We have some supply problems on this front, although I don't think that's a very long-term problem. I've reshuffled some of our building priorities over here, as well as our military police allocation. So hopefully we can bring suppression down a little bit. I wonder, well, we can't switch it now. We're on the expand split shipyards, because we are going to need a navy. We're going to need some of these discounts for a few of the research techs, probably. But I'm wondering if I should just be sticking on suppressed subjects all the time. Not suppressed subjects, sorry. Resistance suppression at this point. Because I think, actually, I was looking at the numbers here, and some of these zones where a -2, I think, would make a fair bit of difference. So we might investigate that soon. Meanwhile, Italy's got a dangerous naval invasion. Probably nothing will come of it, but... Oh yeah, and I am reinforcing. Probably it's going to be fine. They're going to defend, I'm sure. Meanwhile, in Japan, this is actual Japan, things have been pretty static. Lots of troops there. They don't have a whole lot of organization, not a lot of strength. I suspect Japan is really low on manpower. But we're just going to keep holding this for now. That's okay. We're going to finish this push over here with our heavy tanks. But at some point, we're going to be looking to reinforce here. The problem I'm concerned about is if I start pushing, because of our lack of naval control, we might run into some more problems once again. Whereas if we can purge more of these ports, that's not too bad. And then when we start our offense here, if we can grab more of the naval bases, that may also assist. Meanwhile, there should be, no resistance. Well, there's resistance here, which I guess makes a lot of sense. But none over here. And I was going to say, we've got maxed out naval base there, so that's okay. And we can't build infrastructure because we don't have enough. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess that's just going to be what it's going to be. Egypt over here, I did make a slight adjustment to the battle plan. We're going to see if we can't push into Cairo and see how it goes. Meanwhile, our garrisons are fine, and yeah, we've got our military police all over the place. And another recap over here. This is mostly going to be a fair amount of obsolete light tanks, but we're going to go ahead and produce some light tank divisions anyway, and a handful more heavy tanks because we had enough equipment for that. We do have a pretty big shortage of artillery, which is going to be kind of annoying, and we're also producing more military police, which we will deploy as soon as they reach that 20% experience point mark. So I think we can go ahead and unpause and see what we can do. It'd be nice if we had light tanks here to do the encirclement, because our infantry divisions don't really move very quickly. I'm actually wondering, you know what? And I think this is absolutely correct. I think I should actually take a quick moment and redesign these guys away from artillery, since they don't have the artillery, so they're not functioning very well. This is going to put more load on our manpower, though, but it might not be a bad idea to go and... Not regular infantry. We'll keep going with mountaineers, especially for Iberia over here. We have 3 in storage. Hold on. Reset. You're telling me we have 3 artillery in storage, but it says we have minus... Oh, okay. So we do have 3 in storage, but the problem is this just hasn't been deployed. We do legitimately have a massive shortfall of 5K. So if we go and replace one of these artilleries, like this, it's going to free up 3,000. If we did one more, then we would no longer have a deficit. I don't know if I want to do both, though. Although, the combat width... Were we running a 22 combat width over here? We were. Do we actually have a dude that helps with that? No, we have max planning. Burr? Has that been the case all along? I think I just did some replacements semi-blind here. So if we went and did this and this, then we get 20 combat width. This will free up 6,200 artillery, which means all of a sudden we'll have a slight surplus. But we're burning through artillery as is, and this will focus us more on stronger artillery. So I think that's actually the right thing to do. Manpower, it's going to eat some more. That's okay. Infantry equipment. We do have a shortage of that. So we're just going to be exchanging some of the shortages. That being said, our combat width is going to be a little bit more sane. I mean, we're doing this in the middle of actual fighting, which isn't brilliant. No matter what, the combat width is wonked out. What I'm definitely not doing is I wouldn't want to just... Oh, yeah, because we're going 5 and 4 instead of... They're 4 and 4. Like, I could just do this, which would fix the combat width, but I don't think I'm happy with that. I think we're going to go for this. I know, mid-combat. Silly time to do it, but that's alright. So, artillery, it's still reporting a bit of a shortage, but that's okay. Infantry equipment is being eaten through very, very quickly, and we were doing a little bit of training for it as well, or recruiting as well. We could throw on some more, but I don't think so. I think we'll let this run as is, and that's going to be fine. Alright, go ahead and unpause. So they're falling back there. They're going to fall right back into these guys, which means not quite the surround we're looking for. I wonder if we can attack here. Tanks aren't good at defense. I think we've looked at this before, and it's like talking across river. Well, it might actually work out, and that's also working out. We're forcing them to fall back very quickly so that they don't get surrounded. And that means they're going to have no entrenchment bonuses, anything like that. Yeah, that's definitely a manual fallback because they still had organization. But we might still be able to hit Zaragoza first. Okay, meanwhile, these tanks are... Oh yeah, we threw some regular infantry garrisons in here as well. I remember now. So you're going to be rushing to Shanghai. You're going to go there. And I guess you're going to do that as well. Because we'll grab a little bit of pocket of these guys and cut them off, especially if we grab this port over here. And that's going to be good and swell. We're going to trim down the front line here because we really want to focus going down the coast. We can probably redraw your offensive line as well and encourage you to do something like that. And keep moving aggressively. Excellent. Okay. Meanwhile, Spain. Bilbao should be ours pretty easily. Oh, they've reinforced over here, but that's fine. We do have a tank division here, which is going to almost certainly not manage that river crossing. So why don't we just do this? We're just going to try to see if we can hit Zaragoza before anyone goes in there. Probably not going to be a thing. Or rather, these tanks, your job will actually be to do this. See if we can't pocket these guys. Same thing like that. Taking control of the airbase is also going to be nice. Do rush forward here as opposed to helping out there. It looks like here there's just... They're just going to run out. How about we'll re-engage them over here? We might be able to tie them up long enough to do this. Perhaps not. Still, that's going fine. Oh, Bilbao looks like it's not going to be ours. We actually have a slight retreat happening there. I don't suppose you can whack those guys. Yeah, use all your juice doing that and not managing it. But yeah, if you can go and... Are you... I'm confused. Yeah, okay, you are going. Why is there not a fight started here? Does that seem strange to anyone else? There it goes. I mean, it should have started instantly because, like, moving is the attack. Okay, Zaragoza will definitely go. And we're having supply problems over here, and we're not going to be catching anyone in a pocket, which is too bad. Holding the city will be kind of important. We do have someone else who's running in there, which is good. Tell you what, tank move in there as well, just to get another body in there as quickly as possible. Nationalist Spain has capitulated, giving us 8 whole equipment. Hooray! Alright, Japan. Good. Make sure to finish this guy off before we retake something awkwardly. Okay, all 11 divisions are still assigned over here, which I guess is fine. You're going to go and grab that naval base, which is also going to be lovely. Do it this way. And you come down over here. That should bop all that, simplify that front line, which will be nice. We are continuing to hold here, which is great. That's exactly what we're trying to do, is we're just trying to sit and hold, drain off more of their resources while we're fairly dug in and having a decent amount of supplies. Iberia, we have no air control. I think what we can do is grab these planes Move them here. And more importantly, just have them attack Iberian, which you could do from here, but now you'll be a little bit closer. So we'll get some air support. And I have across the river here, which is nice. If we get a few more people just coming into Zaragoza, we should be able to turn around and attack and push across the river in a few more places, but we might have to tell everyone to chill. Actually, I think what we're going to do is redraw the battle plans. I don't think there's anything specific we need to worry about here. I think we could probably just do a battle plan that's kind of like this. I mean, I realize there's a lot of mountains and stuff going on here, but something kind of that nature, and we can probably tell them to go and execute. You can do it on medium, that's going to be okay. So manpower continues to go down, but that's hopefully alright. We can't deploy the military police yet. I could deploy these light tanks, but I'm thinking at this point it's probably worth getting as much experience as possible in these groups before we do anything. You move in there. Oh, I didn't realize some more people were coming in here. Yeah, looks like we're going to manage that push. You're going to be assisting there, which is fine. Yeah, after you get there, see if you can attack these guys from the flank. Put a tank in there as well. Okay, there we go. More pushing across the river. So free military factories, but not really, because we have a lot of damaged ones. We do have the free dockyards, but because we have so low tech, I'm not going to waste the materials on something that is really going to have no impact whatsoever. You can go and just... Oh, finish this off. There we go. And... Okay, what I'm going to do is destroy these battle plans. Redraw it over here and tell people to make their way down that way and execute. But then you're going to do this. You're going to finish that off. You're going to finish that off. And then you'll make your way down to the front because you've been given some orders. Right? 11 divisions over here. So yes, they'll get there. They're probably just waiting for supplies or organization. Yeah, it's complaining about the lack of supplies down here. You are going to halt. Yeah, we might have to wait a little bit for things to improve here. We actually might want to get our heavy tanks out at this point. I tell you to stop your attack. We might just want to let the Soviets keep doing what they're doing here. It would be really nice to run down here and get the rubber in Singapore, but that doesn't seem to really be in the cards, unfortunately. So, at some point, we're going to have to make a move here. And what I'm mostly thinking of, since we're very, very, very far away from nukes, is a massive air invasion on, like, all the ports simultaneously, and then ferrying some people across, which does have some huge risk, but might be worthwhile. Meanwhile, over here, our offense... Okay, we have crossed the river everywhere. So that should be... That should be pretty okay. I'm going to encourage you guys to beeline down to Valencia with great heist. Oh, a bit of a counterattack there. Although it's going to be reinforced, so it's probably going to be fine. Still has Zaragoza. Still pushing here. It'd be great to grab Bilboa, just because that's a reinforcement point for, like, Americans and such. But if we can push over here, then we can do a multi-front attack. If we actually look at the air support situation, things are mostly in our favor. Yeah, I think the other side was getting some air support in there as well. So they've got, they have some close air support planes. And that's fine. So you guys are moving in here. We've got that port. Push that guy. I don't know if we can push this guy right away. Why don't you just go and assist that push, and then we can do a two-pronged attack and take this port here. I mean, we're not getting much of the supply throughput through there, just because of our naval control is low to non-existent. Modify government. I'm not going to go to a more aggressive manpower pool, although we don't have any manpower, so it's, like, kind of tempting. I mean, we could go surface... no, that would be lower, because this is 20%. We could scrape the barrel for an extra 5% at a huge cost, so no. I guess we are going to take a ship designer because we are going to be starting some naval research soon. Our manpower, I think it's the fighting in Iberia has been incredibly damaging to our manpower. We really need, again, we really need the Axis to capitulate so that we can get a little bit more credit for our manpower. So you're going to be pushing in there, and you are going to assist. Giving us this, because the thing is, if we cut off more of the ports, that's also going to help or hurt the Japanese supply considerably. It's not going to give us necessarily much more supply, but it is going to hurt the Japanese supply. What is this? Pop that. I know you're talking about supply problems, but that's okay. So yeah, these are definitely the wrong types of units for this kind of landscape. Really, well, I mean, the Iberian landscape's not particularly good for the heavy tanks either. Clear that up. That's good. So that's all been dealt with in the back. That unit's about to get bopped. We're pushing over here just fine as well. See if we can do that. And then, yeah, I realize that you're complaining about supply shortages, but I'm going to have to get you to come down here anyway, so that we don't get too badly cut off. I guess you can work a longer front. And this is the Soviet Union controls this, so we don't have to worry about setting whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, Valencia is ours. I think we can do this and force some supply shortages for these guys. I don't think we'll manage an encirclement, but it's still a very damaging move to them. And we're going to send a lone guy down the coast over here. Deny naval bases. Hurt their supply routes. Push, push, push. We are extending our front line a little bit, making some gaps in here. But I think this is okay. Because if they try to do anything, we can counterattack pretty effectively in a couple of different ways. It would be great to push in right there, but we don't have the units. You've held that. There's a little bit of retreating, but I think we're going to be just fine. Rather than do that, do this. If we'd gotten in there a little sooner, we could have actually done a capture. That being said, if we do something like this, we actually might be able to encircle this tank and bop it. Alright, you can go ahead and retreat here. Maybe. There we are. That's going to be fine. Did some of the work. This is now undefended. So yeah, if you can just sort of do one of those, I think that'll threaten these guys. They'll pull back. They're going to be okay. But that will give us more and more and more territory. Trying to get in here. There we go. Held that. Expand over, and we'll be ready to go here. They might be able to escape by sea here. But I think there's a good chance we're actually going to go and bop them. Do I want to do this? Yeah. As I say, tanks don't really defend very well. These troops are in pretty good shape. How are logistics looking? Really short on infantry equipment and manpower. We're still attacking with fairly high deal of strength, so I think we're mostly okay. Meanwhile, in Japan, now might be a really good time actually to do something like this. Okay, let me get back to you. Boom, done. Just hold the line here. Get a little bit of organization back. Assist. And assist. Okay, that is the modern tank, I believe, has just finished, which is wonderful. We're going to throw in some modern self-propelled grenade over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to switch over our production lines for armor. Instead of building heavy tanks, now we still need some of these for upgrades. We are good on artillery, that's for sure. How much XP do we have? So the self-propelled... Oh, we don't have the modern tank self-propelled artillery, that's true. But I think we're going to stop producing heavy tanks. Now, we've got some in storage. Clearly, they're older because these are still being produced for upgrades. But yeah, we're going to swap both these heavy tank production lines for modern tanks. And we're going to want to make sure that you've got lots of armor and good reliability. There we go. So we get a lot of bang for the buck. And then go ahead and throw in 1 tick of main gun. And that's going to be A-okay. That'll use up all of our experience points for a really good modern tank. So you... and you. So now we're going to start getting complaints, potentially, that we're not producing heavy tanks, but that's okay. Our heavy tank groups will get changed over to modern tanks, which are pretty good. They're very strong. If we did that, maybe. If we can do this and tie that guy up, probably not. It's probably not worth trying. Yeah, okay. And also that is just halt. That's not going to work out. Okay, you've gone and taken that guy out. Wonderful. You're being attacked. We also need to make sure we don't get cut off here. I'm going to take one of you and just pull you back right away. I mean, there's other people coming to fill this in. You guys, since we can't... Hang on. Can we get some sort of surround and cut these guys off? It feels like we should be able to. No, they're just too well defended. Alright, then just do this, because it's going to shrink our front line. And it's a very easy fight to do. Alright. Okay, that's going to keep going there. That's going to keep going there. Jump in this way as well. Yeah, but there's more of these tanks that are saying, listen, if I do this, there's just not going to be any supply. Still, oops, halt. I'm going to get you to, I don't know, maybe do that. I mean, they're really hurting for supply as well. And the Soviets are coming to fill this in, and I think that's going to be A-okay. And these guys could get cut off. But I'm not too concerned. Meanwhile, in Japan, you guys are holding just fine. And yeah, they have organization, but no strength. I wonder if I just pull the trigger here. If I say, listen. Start getting your planning bonus. And then we'll get ready to go. Meanwhile, in Spain. Meanwhile, in Spain. Really not in a position to get encirclements. There's a lot of troops here. We could probably pull off a ton of these guys. You know, that's what I'm actually thinking right now. I'm thinking what we do is we stop being on the attack. Well, I'll put it on careful. And then I'm going to grab a bunch of these and send them out east to prepare for an invasion/reinforcement in Japan. I think that's exactly what we want to do. We'll include the tanks here. And probably the more experienced people. Hopefully we're grabbing them from a wide variety of different areas here. So we're going to make a new group. You're going to be added to this. I'm going to change you to... we'll use yellow over there. There we go. A couple of fairly distinct colors. I'm going to let these guys reorganize, and then I'll distribute them once again. But yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll just hold this for a little bit. We are officially out of manpower. Which actually makes me think the other thing to do is... we're going to disband a few of these. Free up some resources. Right, none of you guys were green. So the lowest XP green forces over here. We're going to disband some of you. free up a little bit of manpower and equipment and whatnot. So you just hold on. Okay, and then this group here, you're going to go... Oh, yeah, right. Of course, you'll zoom back over, so that's not what we want. You're going to go... I'm going to put you on garrison over here. Actually, yeah, I will, but I'm also going to force a strategic redeployment over here. I just want to confirm that they're going to go by land, which is exactly what they should do. So they're going to try to go over here, which is going to be a relatively safe place to cross over from. Okay. If we can do that, we can get a little bit of a cutoff. I mean, it's not much, but it's something. Oh, you're actually going to be trying to close this gap here again. Come on, there we go. Alright, expand the split shipyards is done. I'm going to go back to resistance suppression, because I think we're going to be able to get some good stuff out of that. Should have, one of the national ideas should be something like, you know, fertility booster or something like that, so that we can get more manpower. You doing that? Oh. You can do that. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. Split your work up a little bit. Norway has capitulated. Is that a thing that's happening? That is a thing that's happening. I wonder if we should declare war on Sweden. Just to finish, like, up this area, get it all within our borders. Nah, it's probably not worthwhile. Hopefully the Soviets still have plenty of manpower. That's kind of what I'm counting on them for. Get in there. There we go. Finish those guys off. So yeah, at some point we're going to be pulling these tanks out of here, and maybe now. We are doing... Right, we're doing some bomber research here, because I think we're going to need some strategic bombardment at some point. If not for Japan, then for the UK. Because, I mean, we're done our industry unless we want to get more synthetic oil, which honestly we do need the rubber for, but right now we're kind of busy building other things. You are all queued up. Air doctrines. We might want some naval mission efficiency and things like that. We'll see. But infantry... I mean, we could start on the night vision. It actually might not be a terrible idea. I don't think we're going to be doing actual marine drops, because we don't have a navy to support a true naval invasion. You're doing that. I mean, I could get... I might want to go and develop the other subtypes, just to have them available. Like the tank destroyers. Because we are using heavy tank destroyers in something, aren't we? No, we're not. We never did do the tank destroyers added to our infantry division thing. Here, you help these guys here. Or not. Oh, maybe. Oh, I think we're waiting for the reinforcements to actually trigger. That's still quite a hard little thing to grab. I'm only attacking here because the Soviets started it. I probably shouldn't have. See if you can do something over here. Do some more cutoffs. But yeah, when that yellow army over here, sort of more of a it's almost like a lime kind of thing, or lemony color, I don't know. We're gonna, when they get over here, we'll send the heavy tanks here, and then we'll drop them onto Japan as well. Meanwhile, how's our prep bonus? Still got a long way to go. So we're gonna go ahead and just chill with that. That's gonna be fine. Meanwhile, in Spain, we actually have successful defenses everywhere, which is exactly what we were expecting. If we just, like, go more on the defense, we're going to be able to hold tight, and that's okay. We're still technically attacking on careful mode. And what I might want to do is just redraw this. Just, you know, so it's a little bit of a fire and forget kind of thing. Is like, you know what, just push where you can, do what you can. That's going to be okay. So there'll be that. There'll be a planning bonus. Again, it's on careful mode, so they're going to try some attacks just like that. Hopefully not burn too much manpower or equipment, and be happy and hunky-dory. Guatemala just joined the Allies. That's interesting. Okay, sure, fine. So we still don't actually have military factories. No, El Salvador joins the Axis. Oh, all right. That's... I'm a little concerned that now I'm going to have to go and beat up El Salvador to get the Axis to capitulate. Although, hopefully, like, America or something will deal with that. Where's El Salvador? Is not in here? No, it's not in here. Hang on, I'm confused. So there's bits over there, which is fine. Oh, there it is! Okay, I couldn't see it. Yeah, so these guys are at war. Mexico's... Yeah, so hopefully, because we need El Salvador to capitulate so that they're not like the last holdout in the Axis forces, because that would be really annoying and kind of a little on the stupid side. Like, we can't force Germany and Japan to capitulate because El Salvador is still fighting the good fight. These guys are completely surrounded, so yeah, we're just going to make sure that they get bopped good and hard here. Boom! All the divisions just disappearing. Thump, 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 melting away. Venezuela joins the Axis. What the hell, man? Okay. I'm sure that's not going to be annoying at all. Yellow dudes, where are you? Still got a ways to go. Alright, that's fine. Spain, we got some pushing, some defending. Things are still happening. Nice to grab Murcia, but I don't think we've got quite enough bang for a buck here. Guatemala's capitulated. I think that was the Allied one, wasn't it? Well, alright, whatever. How's your organization? I mean, we could literally just wait for more things to arrive here, but... I like how they're still attacking with nothing. Okay, modern self-propelled artillery is a go. You know what? I'm wondering if we shouldn't get more synthetics and make an effort to build them. Should probably just research the next bomber, but that's okay. Oh, right, because the island. Hold on. Also grab the island. I know, that makes a stupid-looking front, but that's okay. So yeah, we're just holding, we're just holding. I'm sure we can just go and push here. We have planes. We don't have air superiority, though. They have mostly bombers. Are we running intercept missions? Yeah, we're running kind of all the things here. Okay, that's fine. Manpower is nil, but we are doing some pushes, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, move up a little closer. There's not a button to, like, do an easy redeploy to the closest or anything, which is too bad. Actually, it might just be better to redeploy to here. And yeah, just keep going over the Iberia, where we have quite a lot of opposition. But that's alright. Okay, everything is good here. How's our resistance map mode? Still pretty bad, and that's with the suppression mode on. Well, you are shrinking. Okay, that's fine. It's gone completely here, which means a little bit less neighboring presence, so that might... It's actually growing there. Wow. A lot of our military police is still moving around. Speaking of MPs, though, these guys can now deploy, which is great. We're going to have you added to this group here. We're going to try to get Germany firmly under control here by doing that. We'll probably start combining these guys in a different way later on, but that's going to be okay. I don't know. There's probably resistance all up over here. We've got some extra dudes, so we're going to do a little bit of that just so that we can get a few more of the neighboring things under control. But, of course, that's also going to spread out our manpower a little bit more. Do we want to... These guys are pretty much ready to go. They're probably just missing, like, nothingness or something. Training 98%. Do you have literally all your equipment? Yeah, you do. So, actually, any second now, you're going to deploy. Oh, that's wonderful to see. We'll get you to be just fully regular troops then. And then we're going to send you to the Japanese front. Yeah, that attack's not going to work out. We keep fluctuating a little bit with manpower. Presumably as we get a few more babies, a few different areas under control, everything's holding out here just fine. And y'all... Okay, and the yellow group... Still a long time to go. Still, it might be time for me to pull the Reds out here. You guys push here hard. It's not the easiest fight here. There's quite a few guys, and both sides are getting attritioned. And it's not like we have air support, although we do have the encryption advantage in multiple fronts. And, oh, they actually have, like, proper low supplies. We're getting some attrition, but we've got supplies. What is this? Lend-Lease. I accept. I accept. Oh, this is the same thing over and over. Unassigned divisions. Thank you. Okay. You guys are getting added to yellow group over here. Excellent. So light tanks, they're going to have to go all the way across, but at least they move quite a bit faster. So, yeah, we're going to throw some more stuff into Japan here. All right, you're done that, which is great. Let's go ahead and start on the next level of bomber tech here, which no one in the Comintern has. We're not doing any tech sharing. Well, it's possible the other members of Comintern aren't part of the research sharing tact. It might just be us. Towed rocket artillery. Yeah, we're going to keep going down the rocket artillery tree as well, because that might be handy going forward. So we did take this place, and we will be trying to push down here as we go forward as well. Excellent. Both sides have enemy air superiority. Might be allies that have a huge naval presence or air presence here, so both sides have problems, which is kind of funny. All right, you're gonna do that. I'm gonna split you in half, and actually get half of you to go this way and that way instead for a cutoff, because there's 9 divisions there. That's not a small amount. I'm going to start a fight here just to cause them to not retreat quite yet, so that we can finish this maneuver. Excellent. You get one of you to keep heading straight down here, and the other one to do a little something like that. Alright. And then, yeah, it'll probably be time to move our heavy tanks out of this area, let the Soviets flop around ineffectively, while we move to eliminate Japan. Not for the first time, and hopefully we don't get, like, critical supply problems again, but... because we still don't have a naval presence there. China has officially capitulated, which has ended a war, the Japanese-Chinese War. Who this? This is Wall went to Xinjiang, which is part of the Comintern. That's actually very good for Team Us. Very good indeed. This is the Soviets, so this is the only Japanese... but yeah, okay, we can definitely pull out of here at this point. Although it is tempting to make the run down here. But we're going to have you... I'm going to just have you join Squad Yellow over here. Should halt whatever attacks you have, which should cause you... yeah, you're all going to redeploy over here. Wonderful. And then we'll be able to move you into Japan as a group. Okay, other things are capitulating over here. Fine, fair, good, groovy. Hang on, I'm going to take you and just get you to do that, because it annoys me that that little bit is still existing. So hopefully the Soviets will be able to hold that just fine. Meanwhile, we free up some of their supply. Spain, again, we're mostly just chilling over here, and I'm okay with that. I'm going to clear you out. Most of our greens are about ready to become regulars. Maybe you guys. Okay. That might be the last of what we do. Although, again, manpower shortages are going to continue to be a thing. There are quite a few shortages in a few different places. But you don't have full planning bonus, probably because you're reorganizing. And we did redraw the battle lines. I'm wondering if we should just stop completely over here. That's probably wise. Just stop. Maybe we'll go again when we get our full planning bonus. We'll revisit that. We actually might want to move this field marshal over to whatever's going to happen over here, too. He is such a good general. We actually might want 2 separate armies over here just to make things go. I don't like the fact that there's an allied naval presence over here. Either one of them can sink my reinforcements. But, I mean, the idea is I'm going to all end up here, and then I'm going to cross over to there. And that's actually... oh, they had to cancel Lend-Lease. That's fine. I'm going to specifically say do a strategic redeployment to right there, which is where our naval base is. And then I'll get you to go across here, all in this upper sea, which should be relatively safe. Meanwhile, we just keep tanking here. I like it. And over there, we're not actually involved in this combat. We're mostly going to be winning this. They're coming in from behind. Yeah, these are all going to get cut off and eliminated by the Soviets, which is great. In Spain, we should just be able to hold this line forever. We're still getting some problems with rebellion. Now, that's looking a lot better. A lot fewer factories here being smashed. And resistance shrinking. There's no one in this province, but it's still shrinking because of the adjacency stuff, which is nice. France is relatively okay as well. Shrinking here. Resistance higher than cap. Oh, that's part of it too. Alright, well, yeah, so hopefully things will continue to improve. And I didn't realize this is a 40-minute long video. We got to put a cut in here. Thanks very much for watching, folks. See you next time.